Getting some more breaking news on the broadcast. Remember, the politics is not far behind when it is about this incident that we are reporting out of the national capital. And of course, it is the Delhi Chief Minister Atishi who is accusing the BJP-led centre, calling it something that the centre is not really doing when it is about law and order, considering this is the union territory of Delhi and law and order is still a central subject. Now, what we are learning is that Atishi has put a post on Twitter, on social media platform X, and she has said, and I'm quoting from that statement, the responsibility of law and order in Delhi lies with the BJP central government, but BJP leaves this work and spends all its time in stopping the work of the elected government of Delhi. This is the reason that today the situation in Delhi has become like an era of Mumbai Underworld in the 1990s. There is open firing in the city, gangsters are extorting money, and the morale of criminals is high. In fact, let's also now take a look at what Manish Sisodia has had to say after this incident has been reported out of the national capital.
सारा ज्ञान जो भी उनके पास में है केवल इस बात पे लगा रहा है कि स्कूल और अस्पताल केजरीवाल जी ने जो ठीक कर दिए हैं उसको कैसे खराब किया जाए, तीर्थ यात्राएं कैसे बंद की जाएं, मोहल्ला क्लिनिक कैसे खराब की जाएं, सड़कें कैसे खराब की जाएं, सीवर कैसे खराब किए जाएं, दिल्ली जल बोर्ड का पैसा रोक के पानी कैसे खराब किया जाए लोगों का। भारतीय जनता पार्टी इसमें लगी हुई है। मैं आप सबके माध्यम से भारतीय जनता पार्टी को कहना चाहता हूं कि आप लोकतंत्र में थोड़ा लोकतांत्रिक प्रक्रियाओं का सम्मान करिए। आपको दिल्ली के लोगों ने पुलिस के जरिए लॉ एंड ऑर्डर ठीक करने की जिम्मेदारी दी है। आपको दिल्ली के लोगों ने पुलिस को संभालने की जिम्मेदारी दी है। अगर आपको कुछ आता है तो पुलिस को संभालिए, नहीं तो इस्तीफा दे दीजिए। आपको अगर पुलिस ठीक करनी आती है, लोगों ने आपको पुलिस का लॉ एंड ऑर्डर का काम ठीक करने के लिए दिया है। अगर आपको लॉ एंड ऑर्डर ठीक करना आता है तो काम कीजिए, अपना लॉ एंड ऑर्डर ठीक करिए, नहीं तो इस्तीफा दे दीजिए। आप ये एजुकेशन के पीछे, हेल्थ के पीछे, पानी के पीछे, सड़कों के पीछे सारे काम को रोकने में लगे हुए हैं। उस काम पे अपनी टुच्ची राजनीति बंद करिए और आप सकारात्मक काम करिए, दिल्ली के लोगों के लिए काम करिए। दिल्ली के लोग इस वक्त डरे हुए हैं, दहशत है त्योहारों से पहले। शर्म करिए थोड़ी सी और लॉ एंड ऑर्डर को दुरुस्त करिए। दिल्ली का ऐसी घटना ना हो, दिल्ली को आश्वासन दीजिए। आप केवल यह आश्वासन देने में लगे हुए हैं कि हम आपका पानी नहीं आने देंगे त्योहारों पे, हम केजरीवाल की स्कीम रुकवा देंगे त्योहारों पे। आपका सारा बीजेपी का नेता, आपकी सारी बीजेपी की मशीनरी, आपकी सारी एजेंसियां, सारे इंटेलिजेंस सब इस पे लगा रखा है आपने कि केजरीवाल जी का काम कैसे रुकवाया जाए। मैं कहना चाहता हूं फिर से बीजेपी को कि समझ जाइए, दिल्ली खतरे में है, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर खतरे में है। दिल्ली को गैंगस्टर्स चला रहे हैं, ठीक ऐसे गैंगस्टर्स चला रहे हैं जैसे हम फिल्मों में देखा करते थे कि 1990 में मुंबई में गैंगस्टर्स का राज था। आज दिल्ली में गैंगस्टर्स का राज हो गया है। अगर थोड़ी भी कहीं किसी कोने में शर्म बाकी है तो दिल्ली के लॉ एंड ऑर्डर पे काम करिए, दिल्ली के लॉ एंड ऑर्डर को ठीक करने पे काम कीजिए। और मैं एक बात यहां दिल्ली के लोगों से भी कहना चाहता हूं कि आपने भारतीय जनता पार्टी को लॉ एंड ऑर्डर, पुलिस का काम देके देख लिया। भारतीय जनता पार्टी को कुछ नहीं आता है। इनको केवल और केवल तबाह करना आता है, इनको केवल और केवल बर्बाद करना आता है। इनके हिस्से दिल्ली में लॉ एंड ऑर्डर के काम आया, इन्होंने लॉ एंड ऑर्डर गैंगस्टर्स के हाथों में सौंप रखा है। अगर गलती से आने
That is the Aadmi Party, senior leadership, especially Manish Sisodia and also the Delhi Chief Minister Atishi, really training their guns at the centre, saying that law and order in the Union Territory of Delhi lies with the BJP-led central government. My colleague Yash continues to be with us on the broadcast. Yash, even as this politicking really continues, we have to look at what has happened over here. This is a serious situation that Delhi is looking at. This is a school, a CRPF school at that has been targeted. Supposedly, allegedly for that matter, since the investigation is still going on. I want to understand, why was this entire terror angle in the initial probe really ruled out? What led to the ruling out of this particular angle?
Well, as of now, Griha, looking at the situation, the police and the agencies are not officially talking about anything yet. So we can say that looking at NIA coming in to the crime spot and the other agencies like elite agencies like NSG also coming to the spot, this is something serious which has happened. So that is why none of these angles have been ruled out yet, because what the agencies want, they want a watertight investigation in this matter, because what has happened in the national capital and particularly in this area is very worrisome. In fact, if you look at the timings also of this very case, on one hand, we're seeing that number of flights receiving bomb threats left, right and center. And on the other hand, this sort of a blast taking place, though, is it a bomb blast or what sort of a blast is it, that will be confirmed by the Delhi police or by the other elite agencies which are actually involved in this investigation.
Right, Yash. Also, if we take a look at the kind of reactions, politically speaking, that we have just played out for our viewers, how does one see this? Has there been a response of the Bharatiya Janata Party over these direct allegations that have come to fore by the Aam Aadmi Party-led government in the national capital? You had not just had the Chief Minister of Delhi really speak about how law and order is something that the BJP-led central government has not been able to deal with when it is about the national capital. It's also Manish Sisodia and leaders like him. And also the angle that they are taking is very similar to what earlier as well accusatory sort of statements have been made by senior leadership like Saurav Bhardwaj, for that matter, when there was a firing incident, when there was a cop who was targeted by certain miscreants on a bike. So something similar, has been said once again.
That's right, and perhaps this statement is nothing new. As you mentioned that on multiple occasions, the Aam Aadmi Party government has actually geared out the central government over the law and order situation here in the national capital. In fact, a few days back only, Arvind Kejriwal has also talked about how the law and order situation in the national capital is continuously deteriorating. At this juncture, Griha, politics aside, this is a very serious matter which has come to the fore, and that too in the national capital. And perhaps the Aam Aadmi Party is looking at this very matter as one of the election issues also, because in some time from now, Delhi will be also voting in the assembly polls. So perhaps this could actually, law and order perhaps has always been one of the major issues in the national capital, and perhaps in any elections of the state. Law and order is something which actually ails or affects each and every individual person living in the particular state or in a union territory. So that is why this becomes very important. And in fact, the Aam Aadmi Party is continuously attacking the BJP and the central government over the law and order situation. They say this is not just about one incident which has taken place in the national capital. In fact, in Prashant Vihar only, and in fact in the nearby only, yesterday only, there was a high profile robbery which had also taken place. So a lot of questions being asked on the Delhi police also, exactly what is happening with the law and order situation. But one thing is clear, that the Aam Aadmi Party is not going to leave any stone unturned attacking the BJP on this very issue.
All right, Yash, I'd request you to stay on with us. We are getting more reactions after this particular blast really took place at the CRPF school in Rohini area of the national capital. Let's take a look at those.
आज सुबह प्रशांत विहार पुलिस स्टेशन जो रोहिणी डिस्ट्रिक्ट में है, उनको सूचना मिली थी कि सीआरपीएफ स्कूल के पास धमाके की आवाज आई है। तुरंत पुलिस टीम्स मौके पे पहुंची तो देखा कि कुछ वहां दुर्गंध भी थी और स्कूल के प्रेमाइसेस में भी और आसपास के कुछ दुकानों में भी शीशे टूटे हुए थे। किसी व्यक्ति को किसी प्रकार की चोट नहीं आई है। पुलिस के सीनियर ऑफिसर्स स्पॉट पे तुरंत पहुंच गए थे। क्राइम टीम, फॉरेंसिक साइंस एक्सपर्ट्स, स्पेशल सेल, सभी लोग इन्वॉल्व हैं, सभी मौके पे हैं। इस बारे में इन्वेस्टिगेशन की जा रही है, धमाके के कारणों की जांच और कैसे ये हुआ। कोई कंक्लूसिव स्टेटमेंट देना ठीक नहीं होगा क्योंकि अभी जांच जारी है।
यहाँ पे जब सुनते हैं या दो खबर आती है समझ में, या तो कोई सिलेंडर फटा है या कोई क्या कहते हैं बिल्डिंग गिरी है, ऐसा लगा। क्योंकि ट्रांसफार्मर भी फटते तो इतनी तेज़ आवाज़ कभी नहीं आती। जब फटा देखा तो यहाँ पे पूरा धुएं का गुब्बार था, पूरा धुआं। जो सामने दुकानें हैं उनके ऊपर के शीशे भी टूटे हुए हैं, उनके नाम भी हिले हुए हैं और अभी भी देखो नीचे शीशे का आपको पार्टिकल्स मिल जाएंगे। पुलिस आ गई, ये नहीं कहूँगा कि पुलिस आ गई थी विदिन 5 मिनट, क्योंकि ये आवाज़ यहाँ पे क्राइम ब्रांच है बिल्कुल आगे जाके, तो क्राइम ब्रांच तक आई है और तभी सब सुन के आओ। यहाँ पे पुलिस की चौकी भी है, तो ये बहुत अच्छी बात है कि किसी को कुछ हुआ नहीं यहाँ पे।
A blast took place in sector 14 of Rohini, and this particular area where I'm standing, this is Prashant Vihar, and the police is there investigating the crime spot, and the spot there, I have few people who actually saw this blast. I have a guard who was there when this blast took place, and I have a resident of this area who rushed to the spot once this blast happened. Ma'am, what happened? Can you explain at that very point?
We just walked over here, and it's nothing over here. Like when we reach to our home, so we just listen that huge sound like koi blast हुए or something like that. So I'm just came out from my house, so it's nothing be like that.
That is the spot where this blast had actually taken place.